Unfortunately for Valhalla, she had practically no idea what any of them had been saying. She had been taught the speech common to humans in this realm, a variation of the language spoken on the northeastern continent far across the sea. She had precious little knowledge of the language of dragonkind in any of its incarnations, let alone the ancient version of the dragon tongue they had just been speaking. All she had been able to determine was that one subject kept coming up again and again in their conversation. Something about allies. However, she did know how to ask for help communicating with her own. "Talanek," Valhalla requested, gazing up at the dragons. For a moment the three serpents neither spake nor moved, and Valhalla became worried that she had noticeably used her lips when pronouncing her words, a common mistake made by humans who are unused to speaking the dragon tongue. Dragons have no lips. Their great heads are not like those of dogs or wolves, but rather resemble those of long-forgotten scaly kind from strange aeons, and their language is spoken by snaking the tongue deftly among the teeth. They seemed to understand her well enough, however. All three dragons withdrew their heads from her torchlight, and Andakostar began the incantation of a relatively complex magic spell. She finished, extending an index finger tipped with a claw the size of Valhalla's head and touching said head with it, sending magical energy coursing through her. The dragon had been as gentle as she possibly could be, yet still a drop of blood appeared on Valhalla's forehead and rolled down her face like a tear. Valhalla barely noticed it. She was overwhelmed by all the forces which had just entered her mind, all the voices. There were whispers in the dark, skirting the edge of her consciousness, and for a moment she found herself bewildered. Yet Valhalla had experienced this spell before, and she swiftly recalled that by focusing on only one of the shapes she saw, she could better determine from where each voice was coming. She concentrated on that of her serpent mother, a soul as pure as the driven snow. "We can use the aid of any who would help us against those who oppose the blue and green, those who would destroy our world." Nakostar's thoughts came to Valhalla in the voice of her human form, with an accent that was high-born without being haughty. A gentler version of the mind voice common to all frost dragons, she had been told. Still, it did not lack much of the fierce concern or urgency present in the voice of the dragon's natural form.